Hey yo peeps, we're gonna do what if Deku was like Asta. I really think this is a pretty decent idea for a video. It's gonna have some elements of like what if Deku stayed quirkless, but I kind of like the premise though, because we're talking about like if Deku basically just had like a backbone really. Let's go to all we're talking about, but it's more his whole thing. The second he's four, like the second he's four, right? He's like, oh, okay, bet. I don't got a quirk. Cool. I didn't need one anyways. So we got a young 4-year-old Deku always training, always never ever giving up on some type of stuff. He's not always screaming, I'm never gonna give up. I'm gonna become the Wizard King. But he's putting in work. And I'm gonna say since Deku's smart too, he's gonna know how to maximize his training, and he's not just gonna be out in the backwoods trying to figure something out. So I'm gonna say he's gonna maximize his training, and he's gonna be really strong. Okay, I'm gonna say he's gonna get proficient with weapons. All right, I mean there would be no reason for him not to be proficient with weapons. Like if we're being like 100% realistic. But I'm gonna say he's gonna use brass knuckles. He's gonna have an axe, brass knuckles or a gauntlet like of sword, and we're also gonna have him have a bow staff. Bow staff justification is more due to the simple fact of it's non-lethal. It's a long-range weapon, just in case he needs to outspace. But it's also gonna be all his weapons are gonna be made out of special materials. So we'll get into that later. He will use gadgets, but he won't really need to because he doesn't need them. He's trained his physical body, not even to its peak, but just he's trained it beyond imagine. Like he's got muscles, but at the same time he has a solid physique. Like he's not just like a hulking beast. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. Him and Bakugo's relationship doesn't really matter, but I can go over it real quick to burn more time. It's simple. Bakugo doesn't bully him because that dude, if Bakugo started whooping on this dude per se, right? He would just keep getting back up. No, I'm not done. I'm not done. And then, yeah, so his nickname would be Freak of Nature, but Deku's just like you're jealous or some. He's just determined. Like he's still, nice and all sensical and stuff, but like he's not playing these games, if that makes any sense. No pun intended. Now let's actually get to, there's not really much to get to because your boy's just training. That's it. That's all he does. He's training and training and training and fighting and fighting and practicing and training and training and training. And there's no point at where he would stop almost. Like he's kind of just reckless with the sauce. And he, what's the word I'm looking for? He would, all right, I got it. He would constantly go up to different people. Like let's just say there's like an underground brawl or something, right? So he's able to, find what he's looking for. He fights up against people with quirks all day, every day. No questions asked, right? He's doing this now don't ask how he found it. Once again, we got to remember he's smart. We're not going to make him as goofy or as aloof as Asta was, but we don't need to because he's a smart character. The only difference is we're just changing his mentality, right? So with that being said, with his mentality slightly changed, he's gonna do anything and everything to get stronger. So he's constantly fighting these people with with quirks, while obviously not having a quirk. He works on his strength. He works on his technique. He works on his form. He works on every single aspect of his fighting. His intellect, his adaptability, all of that stuff is getting tested. So we got a Deku. We can say from 7 all the way up to like middle school, round right before they get a UA. He's been doing this all day. Okay? So no pun intended, but we almost got like a Chad like Deku kind of just because of his physique. But the funny thing is his physique isn't even that big. Like it's big in stature. Like his overall muscles are well developed and big, but it's not like he's a bulking Hulk like anything. Like he don't got, super overcome overcompensating muscles. Like, none of that. But I can tell you this much though, he know how to fight. And like it's proficient. Like it's just 100% proficient. Like if niggas never seen him before, they'd be like, what type of quirk he got? He got an intelligent quirk, or he's got a enhancement quirk, or what type of modifications is it? This body isn't natural. Especially if you see him without any clothes on or something. Pause. I mean like just like his, you know, his muscles and stuff. I know somebody in the comments, sus, boss, sus, vote him out, vote him out. I'm look at you different. I'm like, you get out. Like, come on, man. But anyway, so we got that, and now we can slide on through to where we would be, you know, he wouldn't even ask All Might, can I be a hero? Of course he can be a hero. Why would he not be able to be a hero? That's thing number one. Two, we can the sludge villain thing, I wouldn't even say that happened, because Deku would sense this happening because he worked on his like situational awareness, since he has to be more aware than the average Joe because of the fact he doesn't have a quirk. So if he gets caught slipping, all you're gonna hear is that's it. So he senses the sludge villain, immediately gets out his brass knuckles, and he's like, well, yeah, I wouldn't even be able to show y'all. If y'all play Brawl or y'all played any fighting game, just imagine boxing gloves. Those are kind of how his brass knuckles, they cover his whole hand. It allowed him to add an element of his choice to it. There took some modification, some tweaking and stuff like that. So he's like, yeah. Anyways, he pulls those bad boys out and immediately switches on to the flame mode. And he starts hitting the air, and he's like, all right. He looks, and he strikes right where the sludge villain comes up. And the second he does this, right? The sludge villain's like, wait, what? Why am I burning? And Deku just starts welling on him. Not even maliciously or brutality or anything. He's just welling on this dude. It's not that hard, all right? And he's just doing this man's dirty. He's like folding him and stuff. He's like, all right, that's taken care of. All Might appears up, and he's like, I am here. He's like, all right, time out. Why do you do this? He's like, wait, what? Why do you announce you're here? To make sure the people, okay. Literally, if I was a villain, we're gonna do a repeat of one of Boss DK's other videos. All right? If I was a villain and I heard, I am here, you know exactly what I would do if I was a villain? I am not here. Villain successfully escaped. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, baby. Like, bruh. Like, man. Like, that's stupid. He's like, give me your autograph. He's like, oh, no problem. Sweating profusely. Wait a minute. You the number one hero. Hey. So instead of hopping off for other reasons, he hops on to fight this dude, right? He needs a measuring stick, right? He needs to know how far behind he is. In like his training, no pun intended, but in his endeavors. Get this nigga out, he's trash. Nah. But he needs to know, you know? He needs to know like how good he can be, what he needs to stack to, all that good stuff, right? So, with that being said, he latches on. All Might goes to skinny form. And he's like, I don't think you can be a hero. He said, man, I don't give a fuck about what you think I can and can't do, baby. I'm going to be a hero regardless. And not just that, I'm going to be the number one hero. I'm going to be the best hero. And I'm going to do it with sauce, with grace. You know, I do have a quirk. He's like, you do? Yeah, it's called never giving up. He's like, yeah, man, fuck with your boy, man. Come on, baby. Like, man, please. Like, come on, man. Like, Deku just looking at this dude different. Like, you're trying to tell me what I can and can't do. The nerves. I'm the realest nigga out here. Right? Like, his whole everything, bro. And he's like, man, I've done extensive training. So how about this, dog? I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you like this. Maybe you got folded by that one villain you fought. Maybe like that one dude with the chainsaw or the bubbles, or maybe you fought that one dude. What's that dude name? I fought him a couple of times. I've seen and fought him a couple of times. All for one. He All Might literally shats his pants. He's like, how do you know that name? No, who are you? Dude gets terrified hearing that. But all for one be looking for quirks and stuff. So he be like, yeah, free real estate, baby. All that good jazz, bro. And so he's like, yeah, boy. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll say All Might gets a little scared and he trying to figure out, like, you know, how he gonna deal with this kid, right? So now to wrap up this episode, right? We're going to say that All Might's like, okay, sure thing. Yeah. How about this? Just let me recover, or like the next day or next week, dude's gonna stop by a house on some, I'm here. Deku's gonna look at this dude with the reckless aggression. What we talk about? Ooh, wait until we get to this beach, because everyone uses the beach, so I'm not gonna use the beach. We're gonna say they go somewhere special, like an island or something. Since Deku's like dumb smart, and he like overdoes everything in this particular what if, we're gonna have it to where he's already done all his work in advance just so he doesn't have to go to school. So yeah, they're gonna go somewhere special and train. And this is gonna also tie into me doing a whole nother part of just that training. Yeah. Tell me what y'all think down below. Tell me if y'all think he should get the book or not. I love you.